Hello, welcome to another briefing. In this briefing, I'm going to go over the rain we had in the Bay Area yesterday. I'm going to start over with this beautiful radar image showing that moderate to heavy rain in some areas. As you look here at this radar imagery, you can see the blues and greens are light. That's very light to light rain. And then the yellows and oranges was when you get into moderate, starting to get into heavy rain. When you see some specks of red here, the red would indicate heavy rain. Because you can see on the scale here, I'll just show you. When you start getting to the yellow and the red, you get heavy. When you get to the 60 to 70, the 60 to 70 dBz level here, you have usually hail. You can start having small hail when you have, like, even I've read 55 to 60 to 65, you can already start seeing some small hail. And you get into this like 70, 80, and 90, 95, that's really extreme weather. That's the kind of stuff you see in the tornado alley in the spring and the fall in the plains and such, where you have large hail, golf ball size, grapefruit size hail, where significant damage can occur. We typically don't see that kind of hail in California, but when the atmosphere is unstable enough, there's enough moisture, enough lift, the ingredients are aligned, then you do get small hail from time to time. Doesn't look like there was much hail. Wasn't strong enough. Didn't have strong enough cells for hail with this one, but it was a very significant system. This was our first major rain event of the wet season of 2024-2025. Today, this was to date so far the most rain we've gotten this wet season. Significant rain. First time you've seen significant rain all throughout the Bay Area. If I just put this radar animation into motion, look at this. This thing swept through the entire Bay Area, all the way down to Monterey, and even further south than that, it looks like. We'll take a look at the zoomed out soon, but just want to show you here. This is early morning yesterday, going into mid-morning, going into early afternoon. Just sweeping through this band of precipitation, go through the entire Bay Area. Let's zoom out a little bit now. Let's look at the state as a whole here. So I want to show you how far south this rain made it. It went all the way down to parts of the Central Coast and the Central Valley. Maybe it looks like even the Bakersfield area might have gotten some showers. Did dissipate right after it passed Bakersfield. It looks like it didn't have enough energy with it to make it into Southern California this time. But maybe a sign of things to come. This is the first time a cold front with rain has made it that far south this wet season, and we're still in November, so plenty to come. But this is encouraging. Watching this cold front just sweep through the Bay Area with these impressive rain amounts. Look at all this moderate to heavy rain hold together as it pulls through the Bay Area. Now we're going to look at some amounts. So it looks like most areas with this, if you look at the precipitation starting yesterday morning going through today, most areas picking up around 2/10 to 3/10 of an inch, pretty much at least a quarter of an inch for most areas. And you go further north here, that's where you had the higher amounts. Some areas in the Santa Rosa region, around 3/4 of an inch. Look at even 0.81 here for one station that we're looking at. 0.69 out here near Occidental. Roanoke Park, a lot of a ½ inch, even 0.6 here. The station isn't shown on this map, but my father's farm, Blue Marble Acres, he has a weather station and it recorded 0.63. So it might have, see, there's some hills to the north here, so it might have been favored by some upslope wind, upsloping might have been able to squeeze more rain out of those clouds. Because we had some pretty good amounts here along the Dillon Beach, Marshall area, the northern Point Reyes region, about half an inch over here. You had, widespread amounts around 3/10 to 4/10 of an inch, all throughout the Novato, San Rafael area into Mill Valley. And if you zoom in here to South Marin, this is near my home. My home actually registered. It's also not displayed on this map. I've had a bit of a hard time getting my station to link up with the National Weather Service map. But it was showing 0.53 is what we had at my house yesterday. And we do have some hills to the north here. So I am assuming that might have favored that upsloping. The winds from the southwest might have given us a little upsloping benefit, squeezed out a little more moisture out of those clouds. So my station recorded even a little more than the nearby stations. And yeah, into San Francisco, 2/10 to 3/10 of an inch, even almost 4/10 at this particular station here. Going into the East Bay, Oakland got about 3/10 of an inch for most areas. Even inland East Bay, looking at 0.36 Walnut Creek. You're looking at Livermore, 0.23. This is actually some pretty good rain. Pretty good wetting rain, even all the way to some inland areas of the East Bay and the South Bay. I mean, Santa Cruz got about half an inch. Looks like I wouldn't be surprised if some areas in the mountains here got close to an inch. And you're looking at 3/4 of an inch down by Big Sur. You're looking at the Monterey area, maybe 1/10 of an inch. Some areas not very much, but I mean, look at 0.53 in Gilroy. Look at 0.30 in Hollister. Like, this is not bad for our first major wetting storm of the year. Now, I'm just gonna point out this 3.02. I think that's an outlier. That I'm not believing that. I don't think that happened, and occasionally these rain gauges can have issues, and I think this was the case, because if it had really rained 3 inches in 24 hours, you would see at least some similar amounts to that in the vicinity, and I see nothing even close to that. So I think I'm going to rule that one out as an outlier, but you're looking at, I mean, pretty healthy amounts for our first wet season, major wetting storm of the season. And then just a little look ahead. So looking at the long-range European model, that's showing us a system into tomorrow. Looks like the afternoon time frame tomorrow, Wednesday the 13th, we'll get a system. Then there's a chance of maybe some straggler showers behind that, but not much, unfortunately. We go into this weekend, it looks pretty dry. Might be good news for some, but we could really use the water. We really need to get this the storm train going here, and it looks like there's not a lot forecast, at least into early next week. Maybe a good system on the 18th. We'll see how that plays out, but that would be good. Again, another juicy system next Monday. And then as we move forward here, it looks like ridging of high pressure might build back in, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But we could really use the rain as much as we can get, because this is our wet season. This is where we build up the water storage for the dry season when spring and summer next year come around. So hoping we get that. Let's just take a look at the high resolution models more hour by hour, what the storm tomorrow might look like. We're not really going to call it a storm, more of a moderate rain event. We're looking at, as we go into 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12, see 1, that's when most of the rain starts coming into most of the Bay Area there. San Francisco starts to get some showers. Going into 2, 3, 4, you start to get those showers further south into the South Bay and the Monterey region, perhaps. When you're going into the evening, you have some straggler scattered showers out there. Still be aware of those. And then overnight into Thursday, same thing. Might be holding on to those straggler showers for a while. But that's all I have to report really for this video. we'll do another update if we see anything interesting rain-wise, and keep an eye on the forecasts and everything. But for now, have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.